listening to the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast.
Thursday night, it's been a minute, we know, but hey, life comes first, and you're not paying us enough to do this on a weekly basis with any sort of consistency. So get the money flowing, and we'll show up week to week because we're shills for money, and show us that them greenbacks there, Buster Brownskin. Hey, it's the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast. You heard me, Nancy, and we have picks for All In. Speaking of All In, I fold because I cannot pick fucking shit to save my life. But hey, I win the participation award because I show up and I submit my picks each and every time, unlike some of you scrubs. So at least I'm doing better than you. Balls. Beef the Legend is here. Poot the Bard is here. Ransom Face Dum Dum Skin is also here. Tiger Bomb Tom is on his way home from doing wedding things. He hasn't gotten married quite yet, but preparations are underway. So he is en route, in transit, and will join us whenever his tigery self returns to the cave. Cave? Where do tigers live? Mountains? Hills? Valleys? Caves?
Jungle.
Jungles? Okay. Sorry, I don't understand nature.
Panicky. Jungle.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand nature or how things work. So there's that. I'm going to hang upside down like a fruit bat and piss all over myself as we do this episode. Let's go. Picks time. Move it out.
Hi, everybody. It's been a minute since your friendly neighborhood podcast.
I did all that. I said hi. I said it's been a minute. I did all that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I did all that.
He did do it.
Pay attention.
Quit holding him.
Quit holding him.
Ransom comes in hot. I come in a little bit softer, and like to welcome.
You don't have to water down the whiskey, son. It's fine. Take a shot, grow some hair in your chest and some testes, and roll out, nerds. Full disclosure here. I am partaking in some libations, and I am also riding on the Rainbow Road, so it's going to be a party. Party time.
So, wrestling has happened the last couple of weeks, even though we haven't been around. Good wrestling has happened. Not like a lot of bad stuff has happened either. It's been pretty above board as of late. Everything's kind of working well. So
TC is back and a bigger face than ever.
Yeah, man. He's doing okay. Fears of Jacob Fatu's demise were greatly exaggerated. And WWE has proven that sometimes you can book the show the exact way that everybody knows it's gonna go, and people will still say, "Wow, what a good show! I'm so happy with that." Sometimes you don't have to.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel and do all the shock shit. Sometimes you just gotta book commonsensically, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like they took a little bit of advice from the AEW playbook there. Like we've talked about many times before, these AEW matches, some of them seem real, okay, this is kind of a given, but the result of the match was exactly what you were expecting it to be. But still, the entire match, you were like, "Oh, wow, blue," exclamations all over it, because it was a great match, and it doesn't matter if you were expecting the outcome. It's the match quality that matters.
Absolutely. And, I think...
And also, I wonder... Oh, sorry. Oh, this is going to happen all night.
Ransom, I'm
so sorry.
Chew your skin with my face.
That's fine. I have it no other way. Also, how much must it...
skin.
Yeah, girlie, I get it, girl. How much must it chap the laurels? Girl? How much must it chap the laurels of Vince McMahon that it took him, how many years to try to get Roman Reigns over as a face and failed miserably the entire way through? It took Triple H a couple months just by saying, "Hey, Roman, go take a vacation." Then come back, face city. Pow!
Oh.
Right in the kisser. Okay. So, I,
Go ahead. What was that? A fart?
no, I'm trying to come up with a good way to say that there should be no surprises. Like, oh, like, look, things are thriving under Triple H because things are consistent and not shocky. And, like, things aren't being rewritten at the 11th hour.
Tony Khan.
Of course, things are better that way. And yeah, sometimes that it sometimes it can work. Deadpool was amazing, but they rewrote a lot of that because of fucking Jonathan Majors being a colossal fuck up and them having to eliminate the Kang story entirely. So like they rewrote like I think the beginning like third of that movie. So like yeah, sometimes you can punch it up on the fly and be okay, but like you can't like assume that that's going to be the standard. Like sometimes you'll get lucky and you will absolutely find gold in that goose shit. But most of the times you just have your hands covered in goose shit. So all that being said, I read and I forget who, so I'm not going to quote my sources because I did all that for years. I'm over it. Somebody had said what a fucking like coup it would be if Vince McMahon were to buy AEW. Like how
no.
fucking crazy would that be, right? Like Tony's like, hey, you know what? Like I've created a nice little brand for myself, but like I maybe he just wants to like kick back, and Vince wanting to get even with his old company, decides he wants to try and I don't know. It sounds pretty silly.
It's not even silly. It's not silly. It's not ha ha. The problem is knowing the world that we live in and knowing the type of person Vince McMahon is and knowing how much the cons like money. Some bitch.
This was either a Russo take or I think a Bully Ray take. So like, not somebody who I cling to and say, man.
So grains of salt is what we're talking about then.
Right, and I don't think that there's any actual. I think it was a Russo take, if I'm being honest.
Then
there's
never mind.
There's
Fear's
probably
alleviated.
Zero smoke.
We're good. Fear's alleviated.
There's probably zero smoke, but I mean, it's well documented that Shane McMahon met with Tony Khan. Like
I think the possibility of having Shane McMahon work in AEW, honestly, I believe at this point is probably pretty good. I don't know if Tony's going to give him any power. I don't know if he's going to have frequent appearances or if this is going to be like, a couple one-offs.
They're saying he'll be a character.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't count that out. I don't know if Tony would make him an executive. But as far as Vince goes, I don't honestly see any world in which Tony Khan is going to go, here's this thing I built, and I'm going to hand it over to Vince McMahon. Not after spending the amount of time that he had, like, criticizing WWE when Vince McMahon was, like, still running it and taking, like, pot shots at them. I get it. The Khans like money, but, like, the Khans have more money than Vince can offer them to make them go, ooh, money.
Yep.
I don't think Vince has enough to make them even like sit up in their chair and go, what do you got there? You got something good?
The only thing I think that would maybe change the priorities is if Shad were to take a turn for the worst. And again,
Gaspar?
no like ill. No.
He already took a turn for the worst, sir.
Wow. That dude's a fucking hero. We're not
No,
playing
and that's what I'm
like
saying.
That. No, Shad.
I mean, it's not an untrue statement.
Shad Gaspar. No, fuck. You see what you've done to me? You see what you've done to me?
I've done it.
Suck it easy.
All right, I'm out of here. Podcast out. Bye.
The
Is he not doing
broad
well,
skater.
or?
No, he is. He is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to bring ill into the world. I'm saying that, like, if he were to not do well, and like, it was very clear that Tony was going to have to take over the reins for the Jags, I think that would push to a front where he may need to make a decision on, does he want to just keep his foot in both worlds? Is he going to be more focused on NFL? Is he going to be more focused on AEW? I can tell you which is going to bring in more money.
Oh, well.
No shocker to anybody.
Nope.
So, like, again, I just speculating just for fun, I think. If Vince came to him with enough money, if Shad was like, all right, son, like, you had your little, you lived your dream, you got to play with your action figures in real life, come and be a grown up. There's a scenario there. I don't think it's realistic at this point, but over the last 4 years, I think we've all found out that, like, you can't count anything out. Like, everything is in the wind in this new fucking era. So, like, who knows what's going to happen? And again, I don't realistically think it's got a chance in hell of happening, no pun intended.
No.
But, like,
No.
you never say never. You never say never.
And I never thought I never thought I would see a picture of CM Punk and Triple H pointing at each other, going, "Hell yeah, this guy." Never did.
Yeah.
Never did.
Yeah.
No, it's a fine point. Fine point. I still though I can't shake the feeling that, like, if something were to happen to Shad, if Tony were to have to focus on football like full time,
or wanted to,
maybe or wanted to. Well, that's two different scenarios at that point. Like, I think if he had to, he'd be more like Ted Turner was to WCW. He'd still own AEW, but he'd bring people on to run it. But he would still, like, he'd still own it.
That'd be a dream scenario.
Well, if he didn't want to do it anymore.
Tony Khan throwing money at people that actually knew what they were doing. Boy, what a...
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
Perfect.
Best case scenario. I think if Tony didn't want it anymore, like if he was just like, "Nah, I'm done. I don't want it. I have no desire to do this anymore." That's when he sells, and that's when it gets real dangerous, because that's when the Vince McMahon shark starts circling with his fucking dye job and creepy ass mustache.
I wonder which side of the aisle he gets more shit from. Wrestling fans or, like, NFL fans. Not like him, like, specifically for NFL, but obviously, like,
wrestling fans.
There are expectations. You would think that, but I can tell you that, like, football fan bases are very fickle, very brutal. Like, I think that wrestling fans have a lot more patience to say, let's see where something goes. Football fans are like, man, we drafted the first overall pick 2 years ago, and we drafted the third overall pick last year. Like, you better figure this shit out, or else we're going to go spend our money somewhere else. So, like...
Isn't that more on Shad, though, than Tony?
That's
at the moment,
like,
yeah.
If there were a dividing line, and, like, because I can't imagine being, like, the face of both franchises taking shit on both sides. Fuck that, I'm out. And again, pure speculation. I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. And who fucking knows? Before fucking Shad kicks the bucket, he could easily fucking sell the Jags out from under his fucking kids. I mean, he's not young. He is not young. He was not a young man like 2 decades ago. He is 74 years old.
Oh boy.
But he's also worth $12 billion. So, with that kind of money, you can live till you're fucking like 97. But I mean, and again, like I don't, I want to make sure I say this like 18 times. I don't think that that's actually going to happen, ever, really. It's a possibility, I suppose, but it's worth mentioning. But yeah, it just silly, just silly possibilities.
The thing that I would not be surprised about is when whatever clause, contract, whatever, Vince McMahon's non-compete clause, if you want to call it that, whatever he's under, to where he can't like get into some sort of wrestling business until January of 2025. I would not be shocked to have come January 2025 like announcements or little sneak peeks or some rumors, like substantiated rumors floating around that Vince is starting his own like new thing. That wouldn't shock me.
The FWW.
I don't know that he can stay away. I don't know that he can. Like, I think it's probably killing him to stay away this long.
But who would go and work for him? Like, everybody
Undertaker?
production-wise. Oh, yeah, well, good luck with that. Him and his fucking, fucking no knees.
No, I mean, he would go there and just be a personality.
Like, everybody production-wise knows that Vince is a nightmare to work for. From, like, having the need for constant reassurance to having him fucking like berate you on a live feed into your headset while you're trying to make a commentary, and then let alone fucking wrestlers. I don't think any woman would go near a Vince McMahon organization with a 10-foot pole. Unless they were in like a real bind, like Tessa Blanchard, someone like that. But like, even like the regular, the men's performers, like I don't like it's well documented how terrible the last fucking 2 decades have been under him. Not that there weren't some shining stars. But I mean, I think that you would definitely have some Vince loyalists, like Undertaker, perhaps, like John Cena, absolutely. But I mean, even with the biggest names, I think that AEW has proven that big names do not make necessarily a transition into like staying power.
Here's the thing, though. He would get people. He would get indie people wanting to make it that haven't gotten that break with AEW, TNA, WWE. And it's easy to look at it from like our standpoint. Like, I'm never going to be a wrestler, so I can be very objective. But those people who are
out there grinding,
struggling and wanting it, like, this is what they want out of life. This is the goal. I want to be a wrestler. They will look and see what Vince was able to do from whatever it was.
83?
Okay.
Yeah, 80, 82, 83 to like 20.
Until what, 2022?
Yeah.
And like, look what he's done. Look at the stars that he's made. There will absolutely be people that go, you know what? I'll take a couple years of torture to get my name out there. And if I can work for this company and get some notoriety and get some recognition, maybe then I can make it to AEW or WWE or TNA. He would fill a roster. I absolutely believe that he would. I don't know if it would be good. I don't know if it would be great. But he would fill a roster because people would look at him and go, he made look at the list of people that he made. He could make me.
What if? I just don't think there's many indies out there anymore, though. Like, that's the thing.
No,
like,
there is. You just don't see it because it's all local. It's local indie stuff.
Right, and I mean, not to say that those guys and gals aren't great, but they're certainly not the caliber of PWG and Ring of Honor that we were getting 20 years ago.
Yeah, not yet.
Because Tony Khan has a great strategy of plucking young talent. Vikingo, for a great example. Not only that, but now NXT has a great fucking foothold with getting young, athletic talent. So, like, I think that any indie organization really can't compete with the two major companies in the U.S. And, Vince basically burned down the European scene. He went over there, made NXT UK stole all of the major European wrestlers, told them they couldn't work their indie dates anymore, which was originally the agreed upon thing that they could, turned back on that, and then NXT UK was then folded, and the indies stuff over there is it exists, it does exist, but it's definitely not what it was.
Rev Pro is still a thing.
It is.
Rev Pro
and
what was it? Rev Pro and
Evolution?
not Evolution.
Evolve.
Evolve.
I think Evolve's toast. I think Evolve's toast.
I don't think so. Man. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
But I'm just saying that I think that both of these companies have kind of gone scorched earth with it, to where they're able to come in with these big money contracts with these young guys and gals, and through the grapevine people hear about them. So I just again, I'm not saying it's not feasible. I'm sure that there are enough young hungry talent on the rosters now that aren't being featured the way that they would want, that would probably give it a shot. I just it seems it seems like there are an astronomical number of things that would need to transpire for all of these things to happen. So in some alternate universe, probably, but here in ours, it's pretty unlikely that all of these things would come together in such a way.
I agree. I agree. I think it's unlikely. However, come January, I would not be surprised.
Oh, I think he's gonna try.
I don't think he succeeds. I don't think he has the time left to build something new. I think he has the time left to try and take digs and make shady deals and to attempt some form of revenge. But he doesn't have the time left to build an actual competition to the WWE.
I don't think he has
probably.
I personally don't think he has the mental capacity to do it. I don't. Unless he surrounds himself with people that are willing to take the reins and have the ability to placate him. Make it seem like he's doing the thing when really they're making the calls. I don't think he has the mental capacity.
Let's face it, there are enough old... What?
I think you and I were going to be on the same train, Ransom. Go ahead.
Maybe. I think there are enough old, crooked heads who are so irrelevant at this point, or are so Stockholm syndromed into Vince McMahon, that if he would start it up and call them, they'd be like, okay, I'm on board. Vince Russo is so irrelevant at this point that if McMahon called him up and said, I'm starting a new company, I need you to be my head creative guy, Russo would be on a plane before the phone call was over. Pritchard, I think, has Stockholm syndrome with Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon called Bruce up and was like, Bruce, get your fat fucking ass up here. We're going to do more wrestling than Triple H ever could. I don't give a shit if you're under contract. You could suck his dick. Get the fuck out. I think, again, Pritchard would be on a plane before he could pack Vince McMahon's life-size dildo in his bag.
I don't know about that one, man. I think Pritchard is smart enough. 100%. I think Pritchard is smart enough to realize what he's part of right now.
No,
I really do.
Money talks, man. Money talks.
Yeah, but how much money does McMahon actually fucking have?
Man, all that stock that he sold out of TKO, and then all the money that he got from the sale of WWE, he's got money. He doesn't have a ton of con money, but he's got money.
Yep, a lot.
I'm
or
sure
Cornette. If Russo doesn't go, I bet Vince could call Cornette up and go, hey, do you want to make another attempt at bringing back Smoky Mountain Wrestling? Well, come with me and you can live your dream again. Boom.
Net worth $3.1 billion.
Yeah,
all right.
There are enough old heads that Vince McMahon could call on that would go to him, either under, again, fear, Stockholm syndrome, whatever, or they're so irrelevant that they're like, damn, I can make a good paycheck and get my name back in there. Let's do it.
I just don't think that would translate, man, with the crowd that's now. And I'm going to let you guys talk it out. I'm going to have a piss before we get into picks.
I don't think it would translate, but I don't think it would stop him.
I think that there's enough rich old guys in this country proving that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to pack a fucking space ship full of people and send it up to the fucking atmosphere for billions of dollars? Have at it. You want to send a fucking expedition down to the Titanic and have some of the richest assholes in the world only to see it get crushed like a fucking aluminum can because what a fucking surprise. Like, physics fucking works. You want to make a second fucking sojourn to that same area? Get ahead. It's fucking Darwinism in its fucking realist state. So yeah, I mean, people, the old adage of fool and his money are soon parted means that, like, if you got the money, you can do whatever you want. Whether it works or not, it's up to you. But like, with $3 billion, I can't imagine that he's gonna be squirreling money away for fucking Shane or Stephanie the way that they fucking like flat left him. So like, I forgive me, but I don't think Vince McMahon is the kind of person to give his net wealth to fucking like AIDS research or like, other things like that. He's going to leave it in some sort of fucking like pocket for the fucking Republican Party to get their grimy mitts on. It may seem above board, but like, I mean, it's a well known that he's a red stater. But like, he's going to do something.
Yeah, but like, let's not, look. Grubby hands, you could talk about any of them.
Fair enough.
Don't
yeah, okay, red.
Get down off your
blue,
soapbox,
whatever.
you holier than thou blue bitch.
You're right. Fair enough. Stepping back. Leaving money to some like political.
It's going to be a Cambodian fucking warlord. He leaves it to just for shits and giggles and to see the world burn.
So like, he can fucking pump half of that into a wrestling promotion and have it be fucking bigger than ESPN.
No, dear
so
Lord.
Like,
could you imagine if Vince struck a deal with ESPN and got like a weekly wrestling program on ESPN? I bet he could.
Yeah, dude, Vince McMahon could probably buy a major cable network and be like,
my Lord,
put whatever you want on, but every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, here's what you're putting on. Mm-hmm. Every Sunday night, here's what you're putting on. Like,
oh, Lord.
And again, that would not even shave maybe like 20, 30, maybe 100, couple hundred million. Like, so, I mean, still the better part of 1 billion, one of his 3 billion. That's what I'm saying, man. So, like, he can do with that money. I think that there are enough people with loose enough morals and empty enough pocketbooks.
I thought you were going to say empty enough brains.
No. I mean, fuck, if Vince McMahon was like, hey, man, I heard your podcast. I want you to come write a weekly show for me. I'm going to pay you fucking like $7 million a year. Fucking A, man. Like, I would hope that would be a better person. Be like, no, man, you're a real fucking monster. But also, like, $7 million a year is more than I'm ever going to see in like 8 of my lifetime. So
you'd be like, I heard your podcast. And you'd be like, yep, it was all me. Those other guys, those are AI generated. Don't even worry about them.
You understand my fucking Poot. Poot takes every fucking opportunity to take a fucking arrow to the knee here.
I'm just messing with you. I
love how flimsy Beef's soapbox is, because as soon as a large sum of money comes into play, his soapbox and his morals just get blown out the window by all that green blasted by his face.
Yep.
Look at this whirlwind of money. I'll kill everybody.
I'd like to think that I'd be a better person and say, I don't need your $7 million, Vince. I'm a good person.
No, you take it and then quit.
Yeah, then I'd end up with a fucking lawsuit. You know he's fucking litigious. I don't want that smoke.
Bro, look, and I don't mean to bro you, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
you're telling me that oh yeah, I'd like to think that I'd be the better person, blah blah blah. When not a year ago we recorded an episode where you said, yeah, I definitely sacrificed my friend's ankle for a sum of money each month, but it would heal. But fuck 'em, it'll heal. It's just an ankle, whatever. Don't come after me with your loose morals, you Vince McMahon looking guy. I'm out of breath.
Easy. Think of your heart blood.
No, I'm ready to go.
We gotta do some picks here.
I'm coming home, Eddie.
I'm coming home, Eddie. Let's run the standings real quick. We owe that to the people. Oh, pardon me. I apologize. It's not appealing.
Hey, look, while you're pulling that up, I'm gonna make a suggestion. You do what you want. You're the man with the plan and the pen. But look, we all. Sorry. I know you just got done saying it. My bad. But
You'll survive.
Lemonades and rainbows. You can run down the list of matches all you want, but I'm still going to ask you
Who?
1,300 times. It's and Poot too. What match are we doing? What is this game? Just shotgun.
Hey guys, I have.
Feel bad that you have to repeat yourself all the time.
No, it's fine. I go in saying, "All right, everybody, listen up," knowing that I'm gonna have to say it every time. I meant the standings of the Chooserweight Open.
No, I knew that. I'm just saying. While you were looking that up,
gotcha.
I'm just saying. I know you're a man who likes the sound of his own voice, so I usually don't mind repeating yourself.
It's actually that's all. It's all true. Hurtful as though it may be.
Actual.
I saw snot out of my nose.
Actual and factual.
It is actual, factual, and a little hurtful.
Oh, my mess.
All right.
I need your help. I need to be cleaned up a bit.
I
need you to clean me up.
Here we go.
I need a wet paper towel.
Poot is leading at 60. This is unheard of.
The man,
not unheard
the
of.
legend.
It's not unheard of. I was the longest. I was for a while. I was the longest reigning Chooserweight champion.
You haven't been relevant in the Chooserweight standing since Bob Backlund was champion.
For a while, I was the longest reigning champion.
I'm going to eat asparagus and run up the stairs in Madison Square Garden to get out of the Rumble on that.
Well, yeah.
All right. In recent times,
there we are.
It's a little unheard of. I don't know. I need to investigate where we are in the quarter. I should probably make a determining statement here. Because if this is the last show in the quarter, people probably need to know about that.
May, June, July, August, baby.
April, May, June.
Mm-hmm.
July, August, September.
Wait, what?
January, February, March. That's one. April, May, June. That's two. Mm-hmm. July, August, September. That's three. So with the last pay-per-view in September is the last thing that we do.
Fair.
All right. So then we'll be good to this one then. Okay. So through. Thank you for math, Ransom.
Oh God, when I do it, you're all fucked.
Right. So through
2 + 3 equals
three
chicken.
Through three events so far. Poot is in the lead with 60. Ransom's done.
Oh no!
Somebody
shit! Oh no!
Somebody call Locky 2. Somebody call Locky 2 to get Ransom back on the Rainbow Road. He's not the bridge. So
he's just on the side that says wrong way.
Shaking his head and waving his one hand, just like nope.
Yep. Poot is 60, which is great. A very good total. I'm on your heels at 56.
Yep.
Tom right behind me at 54. Amber and Pat right behind him at 53. Ransom's in the chase at 48. Dave tied with Ransom at 48. And Scoob
Dead.
is Scoop's right there, man. Scoop's
No.
at 39.
Fuck 'em.
So
Stop it.
yeah, this is
It's enough.
a tight race.
Don't.
All right, so let's
Stop with the false platitudes. Come on. Now.
Oh, Tom's here.
I
Hi,
thought
Tom.
you were
Didn't
going to
hear
say false platypuses.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
those two.
Well-
Hi, Tom. Welcome to the shit show.
I'm so sorry.
It's not Ransom's fault. It's society's fault. I'm like Michael Scott in that I always blame society. Yeah, we're just starting our picks for All In. So you, sir, hit a wonderful moment to join us.
I'm going to choose who goes first.
Well, before we do that, I'm gonna run down the cards because I do like to hear my own voice. Chris Statlander on the pre-show. Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway face off against Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. The winning team will choose a stipulation between Nightingale and Statlander at All Out. Timeless Tony Storm defends her title against the Glamour Mariah May in a singles match for the AEW's Women's Championship. MJF defends the American Championship against Will Ospreay. Ospreay. Jack Perry defends the TNT Championship against Darby Allin in a coffin match. Mercedes Moné with Camille defends the TBS title against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. There is a Casino Gauntlet match with a future AEW World Championship match at stake.
What's a gauntlet match? Sorry, is that a battle royal?
I don't know. Yeah, kind of.
Not really. A gauntlet match.
They change it every time.
So I mean, traditionally a gauntlet match would be like if you had like a tag team gauntlet, you'd start off with two teams, and then as soon as the team gets pinned, another team comes down, and it's just it sucks to suck if you're the first ones in, but that's usually what a gauntlet style match is.
Casino Gauntlet match is a modified version of the Gauntlet Eliminator by AEW. Two wrestlers begin the match with new entrants coming in at timed intervals with a max number of 21. It is a one-fall match that can end anytime via pinfall or submission inside the ring, even before the entire field is entered. The prize for the Casino Gauntlet is a championship match at a later date. So that's that's the Casino Gauntlet.
So it's whoever gets the first pin. There are going to be 21 motherfuckers running around this ring, and it's one fall, win.
Yeah,
that's
are you
stupid.
fucking
insane.
joking me? How many refs are going to be in this? They're going to have to outsource the entire fucking crowd for this. The whole crowd just all of a sudden puts on ref shirts, and then whenever they count 1, 2, oh.
If it was an over-the-top rope elimination gauntlet, fine, but that's wild.
I'm telling you, sometimes they punch your shit up on the fly. We'll see how it works.
That's true. They do that.
Don't get your elbows in the britches.
What?
You heard me. Don't get your elbows in the britches. Jericho is defending the FTW title, which is of course for the world. With Big Bill in his corner versus Hook in a last chance match where Hook, if Hook loses, can never challenge for the FTW title as long as Jericho is champion. The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, defends against FTR, the Acclaimed in a 3-way tag team match for AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Patriarchy, which is Christian, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne, face off against the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson, Austin and Colton Gunn, the House of Black, Malachi Brody and Buddy Matthews, and Pac in the Blackpool Combat Club for some reason, Claudio Real. And
how the hell that happened?
Reasons.
Nothing left for them to do.
I was going to say he was.
Apparently, the Lucha Bros are already on their way to NXT.
They said They said, "Fuck this death triangle thing, Pac. Go figure out something else."
Yeah, go jump in with a group that you've had nothing but odds with. And Swerve Strickland defends the big one against Bryan Danielson in a title versus career match, where if Danielson loses, he will no longer wrestle in any capacity.
All right, so
Bryan
picks
Danielson
aside.
came out on Wednesday night wearing his like green and brown checkered shirt.
Same. Yep.
It wasn't the same one, but it was
Well,
a very similar shirt to when he came out and announced that he was retiring in WWE.
The
They
only
are
difference,
corners in this one.
yeah, the only difference is literally the pattern of the plaid. One is
Yeah.
diagonal and one is vertical, up and down, and horizontal. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise, it's like, huh? They're the same picture.
So, like, all picks aside, I know Danielson's been talking about, like, things winding down. He doesn't know how much he's got left. Do you think, like, he's got to have at least one AEW title run in him before he retires, right?
The phrase that he has always used is that he's going to stop being a full-time wrestler, indicating that he was going to continue on to kind of be a part-time guy, which, you know, I think is a great spot for him. And honestly, like, what has he been the last, 6 months or so?
Yeah.
This is him saying, fuck that. Like, Swerve, if you beat me, I am retired. I will not wrestle, period.
Right, but, like, do you think it's that time already, though?
No. Now, no.
I think they want us to believe it.
Well, they said, I mean, I don't know how true it is or not, but they say, like, technically, like, he came out and said, like, he's not under a contract right now. Like, his contract was up. He's kind of doing this on, like, this is, like, kind of a good faith last ditch sort of thing. So, I mean, I don't know how much truth there is to that or not, but
Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan wins the title at All In, and jumps over the guardrail with the AEW title, kisses it goodbye in front of Tony Khan. Tony Khan calls out Ricochet with the fucking casino chip to stop him, and he runs away.
Has that been verified that, like, Danielson is working like without a contract
on a handshake deal?
So, everything I've read was that his deal was up, I think, on the 1st of August. Which, like, he came at All Out 2022 or whatever. So, like, and All Out's always been, like, the first weekend in September. So it'd be weird to have a contract go, like, 23 months instead of 24,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not true. It sounds a little fishy to me. I don't know.
Can I say something stupid?
Always.
Something stupid.
So let's just
stop it.
Let's just say his contract is up at the beginning of August. He's working on a handshake deal. How far out into space do you think it would be for Punk to catch Danielson's ear? Hey, man, it's not like it was when we left. They'll let you end it right. You can work backstage, like talk to Hunter, like make this deal. And then you have, I know it's like a hard left turn from where they've been going, but like, what if you get Daniel Bryan in a retirement match at WrestleMania against CM Punk?
Oh,
come on.
So,
and then he operates as like a backstage guy, lives his dream, and like gets paid a whole shit ton of money.
Zero, because Danielson's one of those Vince loyalists.
Fucking what?
Yeah.
No fucking
what? After
dude.
they needed to do the yes movement, and like Vince was forced to change his plans for WrestleMania to include him in a three-way match.
Danielson did not do the yes cheer for so long as like a verbal agreement with Vince McMahon. He said, Vince, can I do the yes thing? And Vince was like, well, we can't stop you from doing it. And he's like, that's not what I'm asking. Is it okay? And Vince was like, I would appreciate if you didn't. And
Maybe
Danielson
he's
did
just a
not.
stand-up guy. That doesn't mean he's a Vince loyalist. That could just mean that he's like an overly mature, like, respectful dude.
Sure, absolutely. And that could well be the case. I'm just saying I think that Danielson loves AEW because AEW is wrestling. And I think that WWE is making strides, but I still think that they're more focused on entertainment and promos and packages than the in-ring product. I think that Danielson enjoys being able to go out there and have a 30, 40, 50-minute match, which you're never going to have at WWE. Having a 20-minute match at a pay-per-view in WWE is the equivalent of that.
To that point there, real quick, like I think there's something to be said though, like for the storytelling that WWE is able to do in something that's like 10 or 15 minutes. Like, say for example, the match that we had when we talked about it, like between Gunther and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, like it wasn't that long of a match, but my God, like they told such an amazing story in the ring, and it didn't feel like it was a short match, and it didn't feel like it was overly, you know what I mean? So like, I think it really comes down to, I think it really just comes down to the different ways that your presentation is. Sometimes it's, if you have good ring psychology and you have good storytelling in and out of the ring, you don't need to have a 20, 30, 45-minute match or anything like that. You could do good storytelling in a 10-minute match. You could do good storytelling in a 3-minute segment, vignette, if you have the right psychology and the right intent behind everything.
I just feel like,
but I understand what you mean. Like, as far like Danielson lives for those 30-minute, 40-minute bangers.
Like,
no, I get that.
The way the interviews that I've read of Danielson, like he is very appreciative of Vince and WWE, but he's made no bones about it. Like AEW is where he wants to be, and also, if we're being objective, Danielson was like the driving force to get Punk fired at AEW. He was like one of like those the locker room like fucking voters or whatever that basically made the call to have Phil Brooks fired after all in last year.
Yeah.
So like the chances of Phil like leading into Brian's ear and be like, "Hey man, come work for no," I'm pretty sure that and again, like if it feels like he's a dude that maybe Phil, that is kind of like reached his maturity prime and is like, listen, life's not worth holding on to these stupid fucking grudges about. So maybe there's a glint of that, but also like I know, especially since it's been a fucking year, like I if someone got me fired, I wouldn't be like, hey man, come work at this awesome new job. So.
Well, we're all going to assume that this wasn't all completely orchestrated by Punk on the down low to get himself. I will, to my dying breath, I will still not be 100% convinced that last backstage incident with him and Fuzzy Face Boy wasn't a work. I am not convinced that wasn't a work. I think Punk wanted out, and he saw a way out, and he got some people to work for him and work with him, and boom.
Well, I don't know that it was work so much that he was like, this is my ticket. I just need to push this a little bit farther. And did so and got out of his contract scot-free and then, made the biggest return of all time, one would say. And
it seems like it's working well for him because, I mean, if the rumors are correct and he's wanting to, like, extend his deal already, like, he's pretty pleased.
Yeah.
I think also,
all that being aside,
just a pin in it for me is that just a pin in it is like, and just even saying like the fact that him and Hunter both on record have said we are completely different people now. Like, just the powers that be that he did not get along with. We're all different people. It's a different architecture. It's a whole different place. You know, that's why he's so damn happy, because, and that's what makes me kind of think that Punk is not a terribly hideously unreasonable human being, is that, like, when there's an environment where everybody feels kind of validated, you know, why wouldn't you work together and go, let's make some fucking money together? You know what I mean?
Amazing what a good workplace will do for your morale.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Fucking right.
All
On that note,
let's fucking go. Ransom, who do you want to lead off on the who would you like to lead off tonight?
Me.
We're gonna start with Statlander and Stokely versus Willow and Ishii. Who you got?
I'm going to go
10
with
points,
team.
by the way.
What is it?
10 points.
Do I have to put 10 points on this one? Can I choose my
No.
points?
Yes. They're 10
No.
points to allocate.
What is it?
10 points to allocate.
The allocator. Is
They
that
want
like an
you to take the
escalator?
roll.
where's
Make
DC
your
Super?
picks,
Where's
sir.
DC Superhero? The allocator.
How about Team Statlander for
They're all bad.
who? Team Statlander.
No, DC superheroes. I said in jest.
Oh, Superman's good. Henry Cavill Superman's good.
The cavalry.
Statlander, Mother. Yeah.
Yes, child.
Cavalrine for 3 points.
That's not a choice.
Team Statlander for 3 points.
Tom.
I didn't realize they were having a match at All Out. Like, they been feuding? I'm trying to remember. They had a match like.
Oh yeah, Stat and Willow have been feuding for the better part of like 3 months now.
They had a match at Forbidden Door, didn't they? Because they both had like Japanese stars on each of their sides. I don't remember how that turned out. I feel like Willow's team won. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It's been 84 years.
Yeah, dude, it's been a minute. Willow and Tam beat Stat and Momo.
Okay. What?
But
You don't say. And they have a match at All Out.
Brian Kendrick, 12
Okay.
points.
the
Out there
Brian
with the
Kendrick.
plan.
Eva Marie for 11 billion points. I don't know.
Oh.
All right, let's go with. I'm also going to go with Team Statlander. Shit. I don't know how many points. Let me think about it. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't care.
Beer cheese.
Beef. Say words.
Words.
Say more words.
Oh, you turned it around on me.
More words. Okay. I feel like I don't know. Like my like on pencil pick.
I'm not telling
was
you.
Willow.
I'm not telling you to tell me what your pick would be. I'm just saying talk. I don't care. Talk about
I don't
anything.
know what you want me to say, man. We've been chatting for an hour.
I'm tuning a guitar.
Tom, I don't know that you have time to run through each and every pick and put points on. I think you're going to have to pick it up on the fly like me.
I might have to. Fuck. All right, let's go middle of the road. I'll go like 5 points on Statlander. Fuck it.
I feel like oh boy. I initially picked Willow and Ishii because I'm like Ishii's a fucking Japanese legend. He's a fucking hard-headed bulldog and Willow is super awesome. But like I feel like picking the Stip is a way more of a heel thing. Plus, I feel like somehow, some way, Stokely Hathaway's gonna pin Ishii. You guys have won me over. I'm gonna pick Statlander and Stokely for 2 points.
Hell.
Poot.
It is absolutely going to be Stokelander, and I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for 3 points on Stokelander.
There can only be one Stokelander.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that I didn't think about that. That's a good name, Poot.
Thank you.
All right.
Technically, it's going to Poot.
The casino gauntlet. Which, who the fuck knows how it's gonna go? Who the fuck knows who's gonna be part of the match? No refunds. No refunds. Make your bets. Tom, you lead us off here.
We don't even know who all's in it, right?
Nope.
Yeah, do we?
Well, this is everybody's 1 pointer, except for Amber, who's going to put 10
there
points
are
on Bubba Ray Dudley.
When I saw earlier today, people who were announced. There's like 5 people announced, and like, or like
Orange Cassidy,
4 people.
Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, Hangman Page, Evil Uno, Roderick Strong. Orange Cassidy is guaranteed number 1.
Where the hell are you pulling these names from? Jesus Christ.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Pick a weedy.
I'm on Wikipedia as well, and I don't. Where the hell are they? Oh, okay. Then scrolled a little bit further down. There it is. Fuck. Well, I don't fucking know, man.
I feel like I'm not going to allow TBD to just roll here because there's like
fuck you.
TBDs.
If there was one TBD spot, yes. If there are 20, no.
No. So yeah, TBD is not gonna be a name. Not gonna be a thing. Pick a name. AEW, WWE, NXT. You can fucking pick Joe Hendry. I don't care.
Can we just throw this fucking match out? This is a goddamn wash. This is ridiculous.
No,
man, fucking bullshit. All right, 1 point on Hangman Adam Page. I don't fucking know.
Hangman Adam Page for 5 points. Poot.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, man. It's not so big of a secret that Hangman Adam Page is going to face the AEW World Champion at All Out. Okay, I think I actually saw it phrased that he's going to face Swerve Strickland. I don't know if it's going to be for the belt. So that said,
Is that announced? He's facing Swerve Strickland?
No, it is not. Well, see, I think I could have swore that they did announce it, but it's not on Wikipedia, so I can't like say absolutely that it's not. But I can tell you that they definitely have like some bad blood still stewing. And like that's like reported is going to be happening.
So regardless of whether he's champion or not,
that's what it seems like the tea leaves are saying. So
okay.
it would make sense if Swerve retains that Hangman wins. Plus, I know that they like to give the new guy the nod, and it just never really kind of works out for them. I think that they're working hard enough with Adam Page right now and really leaning into this fucking heel shtick. I feel confident. I feel and like I said, I told you today, I'm doing some weird things tonight. So yeah, Hangman Page 5 points. Poot.
I'm gonna go 1 point Orange Cassidy because it is for a future shot. A future shot. It's not for at all out. So
now I want to just specify, Poot. Orange Cassidy is guaranteed the number 1 slot. Meaning he would have to go 1 to 21. Okay.
I understand that, and that is not an unprecedented thing.
Okay.
Not an unprecedented thing to happen in the world of wrestling. It is my 1 pointer. This is a crapshoot. And it is for a future shot. If it was for a shot at All Out, I'd be right there with you throwing out Hangman Adam Page. However, I really think this is going to be something that they're going to do this. They're going to give it to someone. God knows who knows. That's why I'm putting 1 point. And I'm going, you know what? This would be an excellent story to tell. 1 point, Orange Cassidy, pillar to post. Let's see if we can make it happen. It's 1 point. That's what I'm doing.
Ransom?
How funny would it be? Because it even says the pinfall or submission can happen before all 21 entrants are in the ring, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How funny would it be for, like, on entrant number 10, Orange Cassidy gets, like, a roll-up when, nobody else is paying attention, no one thinks it's coming, you're just almost halfway through the entrance, Orange Cassidy sneaks a pin.
Possible.
I mean, come on. That if you are AEW when you want to do something that no one's going to expect, you do that because they always have everybody come in before a decision is made. So, come on. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be wild? Wouldn't it be funny? Ha ha ha. 1 point Ricochet or whatever they call him.
Okay. I was wondering if anybody was going to lean into that. So I think they'll probably call him either Ricochet or King Ricochet.
I think they'll.
WWE doesn't own that?
Nope.
No.
No, he was smart enough to do that.
I am shocked that under the Vince McMahon era, Ricochet was allowed to like trademark his name and then also still use it in WWE. I'm flabbergasted.
I'm thinking if it's been used elsewhere, like on a big stage, because like that's Dudley Boyz aside, I think that's kind of been like the make or break. So like but yes, it's weird that he was able to keep the name, knowing that. But yeah, no, it's I he'll always be Ricochet. The trios match in a ladder match, which ought to be just a big fat fun fuck all match, sees the Patriarchy versus Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black versus Pac and Blackpool Combat Club.
Combat Club.
The
Pong back.
The Black Pack Combat Club.
Whack Attack Ryback. Oh, I should have picked Ryback as number one.
I'm picking House of Black with 1 point. Poot?
Oof.
Wow, this is where your 1 point goes? Some bitch.
Dude, these trio titles have been traded like fucking Stifler's mom, man. They've made their way around and like they're trying with every other title, and it feels like the trio titles are an afterthought. So yeah, man.
This one I'm gonna go 2 points, but I'm gonna go Bang Bang Gang.
All right, Ransom.
Oh boy. I don't know. Just to be different, 2 points on the Pack Pool Blub.
Hack and BBC. Got it.
Whoa.
Peanut Butter and Combat Club, the PBCC.
Oh, fuck. That's great.
Peanut Butter and Combat. I hope they make pumpkins on Halloween. Compete with Reese's.
Well, Ransom's gone.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ransom's gone bye-bye.
Oh.
I can't even think about food right now. I'm so full. Oh.
Bragging.
Well, I'm all high, so I'm all hungry, so fuck off.
I mean, it was good food. You all will be pleased whenever the fucking wedding comes. That's all I'll say.
Give me the nosh.
I'll have the most expensive thing unless there's ribs.
Wrong. You'll have what we... Okay, Meredith, you'll have what I fucking give you.
I'll text you later. You're wanting to get the directions.
No, I knew it as soon as you started saying it. I was there.
Is Ryan going?
I love you, boys. I want you to know that.
Oh, fuck. All right. Man.
Just pick the fourth team that hasn't been picked yet for 1 point. 2 points.
Honestly, I was looking at it. I was like, how long have the Patriarchy had these? And they only won them like last month.
Oh, they're going to retain.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Patriarchy for...
Yes.
What? Okay.
Yes.
Just because it's across the board, like each of us has picked a different team now.
Yes.
This might be unprecedented.
I'm gonna pick the Patriarchy for... Oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't know.
10 points.
No, not that many. I'm thinking
You want to
4
say 4?
points.
Yeah,
4.
that's it. Do it. 4 points. Balls even Shirley.
The Learning Tree. Hi guys. Defends against Hook in
What?
the FTW Championship match.
What was that?
Bill
Against
of
Pat
course, in the
Hook?
corner. Nope, it's fine.
Captain Hook.
Poot.
Something different.
I'm gonna go 8 points on Hook.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Swinging the big fucking lumber, Poot. Okay.
Okay, Poot. Okay, Poot.
Okay, Poot. Okay.
All right, okay.
Did you care to pontificate or just leave that big fucking dick hanging?
Send Hook.
And a Hook. All right.
Send
Ransom,
Hook.
What do you got?
Oh, fuck.
4 points on Captain Hook.
That's Dustin Hoffman. Got it. Tom?
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, fuck. Let's go. Let's go 6 points on Hook.
Oh, jeez.
I will never forgive the original Hook and Jericho match for hurting me the way that it did. I think that I was sitting in a really good position in quarter, whatever it was, 2. And,
2.
that match just, fucking spun me around and,
Yep.
completely knocked me out of contention.
Yep.
So, I've been hurt by this before, but I think it's got to be Hook, right? Unless he's leaving for NXT next weekend, this has to be Hook. Just because, that's the way that stories make sense. The good guys have to win, right? Right?
Well,
At some point.
Hook, 4 points. Young Bucks, FTR, the Acclaimed tag team titles. Ransom.
what?
That was
did this to yourself.
It was a sound, and it sounded like you just pissed your pants.
No, I looked through the window in the kitchen, and my wife is pouring a jug of rum into a bigger jug of rum, and I'm all fixated on that.
That is such a Tara thing to do.
She's got a funnel and everything.
The rum.
I used the rum to fuck off. I'm out. Goodbye.
I use the rum.
That's it. I'm leaving. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just whatever beef picks, make those my picks for the rest of the night. Bye, everybody.
That's not a great strategy tonight, brother.
I got what? That's not going to work.
It's not gonna work for me,
Work for me, brother.
brother.
Damn it. Brother,
Okay, I used the rum. That's like my kryptonite. I gotta get it. I gotta get in there and get in that rum. What match are we picking? I got lost. I'm fucking sorry.
The tag team titles, Young Bucks, FTR Acclaimed.
I'm all turned
Oh,
around.
for fuck's sake! I'm all rummed out, dog.
Okay, dog.
Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know. Every time.
Here we go.
The fucking Bucks.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
It's just them, man. Fuck them. Can we just get them fucked off? All right, they have to lose. They got to lose, right? All right, so I'm gonna pick against the Bucks. They fucking win. All right, it's the Bucks time. They gotta win. The Bucks are gonna win. Oh no, the fucking Bucks lost. Every time the Bucks are involved in something, I farm this match into the ground death. Let's just say, what's my lowest point now? 4? 5?
5.
Oh, shots of rum. How wonderful. How about jibbity bobbity boop boop. Portsmouth,
Port aboard.
Portsmouth, Virginia, West Virginia.
These are all words, but they're not relevant to what's happening.
How about fucking hell, it's 5 points. Oh Lord.
Why's it got to be 5?
I don't know, because I'm not gonna go any higher because I'm a dumb ding ding. How about young?
He can't.
Oh.
I can't. I've used all my low
Shit.
points already because I'm a stupid face.
Oh no.
Oh, McDummy. How about FTR? FTR, 5 points. Fuck off.
Tom?
All right, so let me try to reason this out here. All right, so Young Bucks won these titles back in April at Dynasty.
Dynasty, but that's fine.
Dentistry, got it.
Another match, something different.
Something different. Okay. So the titles were vacated. They won this tournament back in April. They defeated FTR in the ladder match to win them. Acclaimed are getting their shot because they won some sort of number one contenders
The
match.
Eliminator.
Recently.
They beat the Bucks.
Right. And then for whatever reasons, FTR got involved somehow, some way. So now it's a three-way.
They're the best tag team on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the titles right now, so, arguable.
Please go back to WWE. Please go back.
I mean, you got DIY as well, so just saying. Man.
Out of nowhere.
RK Bro.
Toned and fired.
Something different.
Oh.
If this would have been a straight up match between the Acclaimed and the Bucks, I could see the Acclaimed. No, maybe not. I don't know.
I know, right? I hate it.
Yeah, I hate every bit of it, man. I don't fucking know shit for AEW. God damn it. Can I just do... I'm going to do 2 points on the Young Bucks. Fuck it.
I'm telling you, Tom. We need a brand split. Telling you.
It's not happening. I'm going FTR.
I just need 2 more votes to make this happen. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going FTR with 6 points.
Wow. Okay, maybe I'm not so far off.
I mean, that sounds super confident, but like it's smoke and mirrors, man. I just
Whoa.
I'm not feeling it with the Acclaimed, and I haven't been feeling it with the Acclaimed for a long time. I think
this is
that
her party of beefs.
I think the Top Flight's a better team than the Acclaimed. I think that the Private Party's a better team than the Acclaimed.
Do you now look? All seriousness here, though.
Who hurt
do you
Beef?
say that because of their in-ring capabilities, or because of like the scissoring gimmick with Billy Gunn has just gotten stale?
I think both. I think both. I think that they're like just talented enough in the ring to get by with like a great gimmick like that. But like the fact that it has gone very stale is not helping their cause. Yeah, so and again, I'll say it just for perpetuity, man. I think that FTR is the best team in the world. I don't think it's particularly close. I don't think that there's another team in the world that does what they do so well. I mean, the Bucks might be a smart pick here too, but like I also feel like at some point, like the curtain's gonna fall on the Elite, and like I want to see what that story looks like. I'm picking FTR. I can't talk myself around it. I'm picking FTR 6 points. Poot.
Beef, I'm with you. I'm right there with you, and you picked exactly what I was going to do. FTR is 6 points. FTR is 6 points.
It would appear that not everybody loves the Acclaimed.
Listen, I love the Acclaimed, and I love the gimmick. One of the lenders at my bank, whenever we see each other, instead of waving at each other, we throw up the scissor thing. We always just look at each other, and we try and get each other to laugh in professional settings whenever we just look at each other and go like that. I love the Acclaimed. I love the gimmick. It's fun. It's goofy. But I just feel like FTR give him the belts. I don't have any other reason. Give him the belts. FTR 6 points. Give him the belts.
Plus, who won last year? Did FTR beat Young Bucks last year? Oh,
No.
they did. Because we all thought that they were going to lose because of Cash's gun incident. Cash's. But they ended up winning.
Cash has got a gun.
I still stand pat. FTR 6 points. I feel like that this is gonna bite me in the ass. Jack Perry defends against Darby Allin. Coffin match for the TNT title. Don't look now, but Jack Perry's becoming very entertaining. He's really kind of taken this whole punk thing and
ran with it.
Yeah, made
The scapegoat.
made a really good. Yeah, made a really good. Made lemons out of lemonade. So like, nope, made
lemons out of.
Yep.
Wow.
You got it.
I've spun off the Rainbow Road so many times tonight, but I still understood that was wrong.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hear these things.
Why are you the way that you are?
They're not in. Tom, go ahead and pick this match for us. Would you?
This is canon, all right? This isn't Legends.
Hold on. Is it my pick?
It is.
Settle down, Tom. He knows what he's doing. Making lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. Does he?
No.
I mean, if you're got the time machine, you can.
The Unmaker, Jeffrey Martin.
But
Let me guess, he turned into a baby.
Kayfabe fucking just dropped. Just Poot's like, I'm gonna super kick this fucking barbershop window.
Yep,
I'm gonna use his
spoiled like milk.
His God-given name. His good Christian name.
Not my Christian name. Tom, who you got here?
Doing the Lord's work.
Did anybody else besides me see that little reel of Jack Perry making his own custom TNT title now?
I like it, man. And like, I'm shocked that he is so proficient in like fucking
blacksmithing.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking great.
Yeah, it's great. You know what? That makes me all the more confident that he is not fucking losing this thing yet. 10 points, Jack Perry.
Oh my word!
Fuck. All
Everybody's
right.
out here just dropping fucking bombs. It's so casual.
All right.
Like,
All right, Poot. Calm the fuck down with these picks. All right.
I just think, the elite. I don't think run roughshod here, but in the same token, I don't think that you can like count them out entirely. Plus, if it's to be believed, allegedly they want to move Darby up to the main belt. That they wanted to get him a run already, and it just hasn't happened yet. Between the Sting thing, between the injury, between Mount Everest, like, there's there's.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know he was.
Podcast. Go ahead, Tom. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. What's up, man?
That's all good.
No, keep going.
What's going on? Yeah.
I had a question on something that can wait.
No,
I want
what
to
is
know
it?
it, please.
What is it?
He got injured before he was supposed to go climb Everest.
Right.
Darby.
He got injured
Right
in the Sting match, the Sting's retirement match with the Bucks. Yep.
Yeah. So did he finally go do this fucking stupid Everest thing or no?
No, he has not.
Okay.
That is still looming over his head like a big fucking dumb decision, like the rest of his career.
Like a big dumb decision.
I think that the things are just the conditions are right for Jack Perry to win here. I think it's too soon to have him lose. So I think I am going to pick Jack Perry for 3 points on this one. Poot.
Oh, Lord Almighty! Remember how I called you Poot, Tom? Jack Perry, 10 points.
Oh!
Jeez.
Look, man.
Jesus Christ!
I am right there. I am right there with your thought process, Beef, and that's why I'm willing to lean into Jack Perry.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because it is entertaining. He has not had the belt for a crazy amount of time. It wouldn't make sense to have Darby Allin take it from him. If they want to push him into the next level, have him lose to Jack Perry, even with shenanigans, and then, have him, put him up there and let Jack Perry do his thing.
Well, even
whoa,
heat on Jack Perry, the fact that he beats Darby Allin in a coffin match when
right
the coffin, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna make. I mean, Darby's gonna look amazing no matter what he does because he can eat pins all day long.
It'll also add legitimacy to Jack Perry.
Exactly. That's
like beating the Undertaker in a casket match.
Well, like you gotta like at the end of the day, you want to make both dudes, and it doesn't matter about going over. It matters about getting over. Darby Allin is already over, so he's the ultimate fucking baby face, always. So he can continuously eat pins and get sympathy, but you need to put that fucking heat on Jack Perry. You need to fucking have him, dig in and be the biggest fucking heel that he can be. What better way than to beat the ultimate babyface in a coffin match? Why not?
We see like a replay of Survivor Series, where or not Royal Rumble, where Yoko beat Undertaker in the casket match, where like the entire fucking like elite come out and just like destroy Darby and help fucking Perry get the win. Like that would be huge. And a
Chuck
great
Norris comes out to save the guy.
And then RoboCop shows up.
Oh God!
And then Darby Allin slowly floats out of the coffin, appears on the Titantron, and says, "I
will return."
Set this man a squash banana.
The fuck I let out there is that I think I worked myself in the gauntlet match, and I think I'm fucked. I think Okada's probably going to win the gauntlet match. I let my thinking about Hangman and Swerve get too real. I think that match is going to go down without a belt. I'm tipping my hat a little bit here, but I think that Okada would be a great first challenger for Danielson, and Okada has no fucking dance partner on All In.
Is Okada still the fucking that?
Him and Claudio had a time limit draw on Wednesday night, which I thought was going to lead in him versus Claudio at a rematch at the pay-per-view, but it turns out Claudio's tagging with Yuta Impact for reasons.
For shizzles gizzles.
Yeah.
I think it's clear. I really do believe that they want it to be Death Triangle. And the fact that Death Triangle was in Orlando, or at least Penta, I think kind of miffed TK a little bit. So, they probably had these plans in place for a potential rematch of Okada and Claudio at the pay-per-view. And they're like, nah, fam, we're going to go a different direction because fucking Penta and Phoenix want to fuck around and find out.
Well, I mean,
didn't Penta release some sort of statement saying, I'm not going anywhere, I'm with AEW?
Yeah, he said, enough with the rumors, my present is AEW. But then Tony Khan doubled down on some fucking show and said, no, the tampering's still happening, and there's really no way to stop that from happening.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't realize that happened.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. All Out is literally a week or two away after this, right?
2 weeks, I believe it is. I'll come up with the date here in a moment. It is on September 7th.
Son of a bitch. God, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be watching that. And, you guys are cordially invited out for my birthday, but fucking All Out. God damn it.
Well, I mean, at least it's a fucking Saturday. That if nothing else, that excites me that they're getting back into Saturday pay-per-views. Because these Sunday fucking pay-per-views are for the birds.
Is All In on Sunday?
All In is on Sunday, but it's also at like noon. So
Cause London.
yeah, right.
Well,
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, while I have you two here, and I mean Poot, if you're available, obviously, but I understand it's a drive. No, I understand it's a drive, and you may have a gig. Your parents' basement up in Butler. We're gonna do my birthday shenanigans up there.
What is that?
That's that like comics, like the comic book slash. No, it's not comic book. It's like a board game place, right? On the corner there.
There's board game. It was an old bank. They turned the boardroom upstairs like into a big fucking D&D room, like the big fucking wooden table and shit. They've got retro gaming consoles, all sorts of different gaming consoles. They got a couple private karaoke rooms. You can do gaming stuff. It's BYOB, bring your own food.
That's wild.
It's literally a social club too. Like you can get a membership for there, but it's like $15 for a day pass, and you'd be there like fucking as long as you want.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah. So All Out is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Cool. Nifty.
It's Ransom's pick still though with Perry and Darby.
I already picked.
I don't think you did, brother.
Well, you don't know. I'm going to go with Curly Sue Magoo for 9 points.
What? Curly Sue
I got him.
Curly Sue Magoo?
Which one? Like, which one's going to be... I don't know. I can never remember his real name whenever it comes time for me to say words.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jim Johnson.
Looks like
Jungle Jack Sparrow. What's a fucking
what's a fucking
Jimmy Jack Flash? I don't fucking know.
Got it. Understood.
I gotta draw a glass.
I think what's a fucking might be my favorite one. Darby Allin versus what's a fucking.
Oh,
what the fuck?
No, it's not a jar. It's like, I got a jar of glass. I got a jar of glass.
Oh,
Go cry about it. I got a jar of glass.
it's real glass too, fuckers.
We're moving on. Mercedes Moné defends against I almost said Camille against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for the TBS title in Britt's return match. Actually, she may have wrestled already. I don't know that. I forget.
Beef's pick.
It is my pick. No surprise here. I'm going Mercedes 8 points.
Oh boy, I'm so shocked.
God.
I mean, in addition to them, again, wanting to make the TBS title mean something, wanting to continue to establish Mercedes as a top-level heel, the fact that Britt Baker was suspended and had heat with the top heel of the company
Good point.
is not going to do her any favors in the booking.
Fair point.
Poot.
Mercedes 4 points.
I'll allow it. Ransom.
I don't, fuck, what's my lowest number? 6?
Yeah.
6 points. Well, 6 points on old Horseface Bernardo.
Can't say I agree with that.
I don't like her.
Oh,
No, you don't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like her.
I don't like her.
That's right up there with no, sir. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't like
Damn
her.
it. That's exactly what I was thinking of, too.
No, sir, I don't like her.
No, sir, I don't like it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, dearie me. Ooh.
All right. Let's go. 7 points on BoJack Horseman.
You said 7, Tom,
Correct.
through your terrible veiled
So, so blinded by rage at the people who don't like the Lord that I like the Lord.
Timeless Tony Storm defends against the Glamour Mariah May. The AW Women's title is on the line. Pootski.
I'm sorry, what?
Nailed it. Pick the one that we always pick.
You know, it hurts my soul to go against the one we always pick.
You think this woman's the one to dethrone Tony?
I mean, she's been on a run, has she not?
She has.
I don't know. You know,
Pass.
right there, Poot. Right there should have been your tell. Like, Beef's answer right there. She has been on a run, hasn't she? And with the smirkiest of smirks in his voice, she has.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you should pick her, because I'm not going to. I'm wise to your game, sir.
I know he's sitting
I know
there.
your strategy like I know your ass.
I know he's sitting there because I can tell whenever Beef is at a linchpin, because normally he will pontificate and go like, well, yes, but, and then go into the details. But this time he's like, yes.
She has.
Yeah, it's like,
there's no
those
more
are
to
steamed.
say.
Those
She's
are
been on a run.
Those are steamed hams, right? Yes.
They are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can I see it? No.
The Aurora Borealis. Yes. Localized exclusively in your kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah. At this time of year.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I see them?
No.
No.
It's that yes. It's the yes.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't pass.
That's not
Same.
the answer. They can't do that.
You can't do that.
I don't know.
Can't do that on television.
Kid.
5 points on Mariah May.
Do it. No!
Ransom?
Tony Storm, lowest points available.
I think that's 7, brother.
Fucking hell.
Tom.
8 points, Tony Storm.
Oh my, wait, whoa.
7 points, Mariah May.
Ha
Fucking hell.
Yeah, dude. Mariah May's from England. Tony Storm's from Auckland, New Zealand. Like, this is not.
That ass is from
This is
fucking Mars, though.
this is easy. This is easy booking. Like this is the reason why Tony Storm was on the run that she was on.
Damn it.
Well, dicks.
Because she's putting over Mariah May as like a legit competitor. I fucking laughed. Sorry. Yeah. One of the headlines on Reddit was Mariah May saying AEW asked me to stop kissing Mina Shirakawa, and the first fucking post is like the Tony Khan will make an announcement, but it says Tony Khan will pay for his crimes tonight, 8/7 Central. All right. So we're gonna keep on a moving, keep on trucking.
Keep it on and moving on.
MJF defends the American Championship against Will Ospreay in London. Yeah. And I think this is Ransom's pick here.
It's not.
Didn't we make Poot pick first last time?
No.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking Tom, damn it.
Listen, if I'm going down, you're coming with me.
Wario.
Fucking hell. I'm gonna pick the Londoner for lowest points available.
That might be 8.
Fucking
It is
hell.
8. Tom.
Fucking piece of shit. Motherfucking.
Tom, who do you have?
3 points on Osprey.
Give me the Willie Goat. 9 points. They had a hell of a promo the other night, by the way. Him and MJF, like both of them, it's very clear, understand their assignment and like what the fuck that they're doing, and it's no wonder why those two are two of the best in the world right now. Pootski.
9 points, bruv.
Jesus God.
What? Sorry, Tom.
I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Tom. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. Ready? 9 points, bruv. On Will Ospreay.
Oh,
Oi.
God.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oi.
Oh,
Oi,
fuck.
cunt. All right.
Oi,
and we're
cunt.
gonna
Did you
finish
say
up
oi?
with the
Did you say
cunt.
oi, cunt?
Yeah.
I did.
Oi, cunt.
Too much Billy Butcher. We're gonna finish up with Swerve versus Danielson. Career versus title. Is this the final countdown for Danielson? And Tom, you can lead us off.
Fucking Ransom fucked me. Nah, it's all right. I knew where I was going with this one. Listen. If anybody thinks that Tony Khan is just going to let Danielson go without chasing AEW gold, just remember what happened with Sting. And everybody's saying, like, oh, you got to go out on your back. You got to get... No, you don't. You don't. And Tony Khan is such a fanboy that I don't see any way Danielson does not walk out with the title. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Wrestle Dream is in Washington.
Sure is.
Yeah. So.
Which, to be fair, is also Swerve country.
Yeah, that's fine. Either way. I think you gotta give it to Danielson, and then it makes every match that he's in there and after feel more special, because it really could be the last match that you see him. So it's kind of like his farewell tour, with a little bit more of like up in the air, like, well, we don't know, because he didn't announce his retirement like Sting did, or he didn't announce his farewell tour like Cena did. But we're getting the Bryan Danielson farewell tour here coming this fall. So get your fucking tickets. All that to say, Bryan Danielson, 9 points, because that's all I got left, and pretty confident that's the way it's going to go.
I think that we've been in the midst of the Bryan Danielson tour, from his epic showdown with Okada last year, to acclaimed matches with the ZSJ, to just some of the best wrestling in the world that the world's ever seen. It's very clear that he wants to like retire on his terms. I think if it were up to Danielson, he'd absolutely put Swerve over, and he would absolutely go out on his back here. But it's not up to Danielson. As we've seen, Tony Khan makes those calls. So I think that, yeah, absolutely, Tony Khan is going to have Bryan Danielson win the AEW title. I don't know if it becomes a Ric Flair situation where like his next loss is the one that like puts him out, and like I don't know, at this juncture, what put him out means. Like but the way that they've been approaching it, saying that he was going to be retiring full time,
I will never retire,
leads me to believe that he wants to continue to be involved. And I don't think that they would do this very cavalierly like this. So I gotta believe that Danielson's going to continue to be involved. We're going to get some bangers. For what it's worth, Zack Sabre Jr. won the G1, and he said normally when you win the G1, you challenge for the title of Wrestle Kingdom. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to challenge at whatever their October show is. And I say that to say this. I think that Danielson wins. I think that ZSJ wins. And I think at the Wrestle whatever that they have coming up in the new year, it's not Wrestle Dream, it's something else.
Wrestle Wet Dream.
I think that we're going to see a championship versus championship match, or maybe not championship versus championship. Wrestle Dynasty. I think that we'll see champion versus champion here. Maybe championship versus championship. I mean, I can't imagine Danielson having a bigger boner than like also winning the IWGP World Title. I think that he would, probably swoon for that. But yeah, all of that is the long-winded beef way of saying Danielson and put all your money on it, let it ride. 10 points. Poot?
It couldn't have been said better. 7 points, the American Dragon.
Thanks, man. Ransom?
Yeah, I will also do Bryanson for 10 points. Even if this is his even if this is his last match, well, it's fine. We all know Tony Khan. If he wants somebody to go out as a champion, they're going out as a champion. I mean, if Sting, who I don't know if you can really argue was at the time the most legend of legends still competing, he went out on top. So I think at this point in AEW, anybody can go out on top. Like, if Sting was like the last of the old guard, the old guard of, you go out on your back. And Tony was like, no, you go out as a champion, winning. I think if Sting goes out, winning as the last of the old guard, anybody can do it. I don't necessarily think that what is it? Who's he in AEW? Bryan Danielson?
Bryan Danielson.
Fucking stop flip-flopping names. Quit holding them. I don't think this is. I don't think. Oh, damn it! You got to watch yourself, son. I don't think this is it for him. I think he gets like a little AEW championship reign out of it. I don't know how long. I don't. He's not gonna hold it for a year. I don't think. But I think we get a win here. I think we get a few successful title defenses out of him, and then he drops it and kind of goes away at that point. But yeah, Danielson, 10 points.
Well, there you go. Those are picks. I think honestly, and I feel like I fucking broken record. I think that this is a tremendous card. It's very hard to see any like lulls in it. I think that every match is gonna go real fucking hard. And I gotta say, it's awesome to be a wrestling fan when two promotions can sell out, like legitimately sell out 50,000 seat arenas. I think that's a big deal. Yeah, absolutely. And again, like we've had our tirades, with Tony Khan and his decision making, and with Triple H, kind of holding serve sometimes, and not being too dynamic, and but yeah, at the same time, I think that wrestling could not be in a better place right now, both in terms of the people running it and the people being featured. I think that this is a win for a lot of wrestling fans that have been mired through the muck in a long time. So yeah, it's an absolute win. It'll be a great show on Sunday. I'm sure it'll be well worth the investment. Yeah. So that's all I got for tonight, boys. You want to chime in on anything else in the wrestling world?
Again, I want to just reiterate one thing that's said quite a bit over the past couple months, and actually for quite some time. How fucking nifty is it to be a pro wrestling fan right now?
Yeah.
Serious.
I'll be an AEW advocate here. I have no problem calling out WWE on their bullshit. Hell, we did it for years.
Yep.
And I have no problem calling out AEW on their bullshit. But to their credit, even it's to harken back to something that Beef said, it being looking like it's a hell of a card. There was an AEW pay-per-view, I think it was this year, I believe, that, Beef was kind of lukewarm on as far as the card looked. And I think that was a pay-per-view that I did watch at Beef's place. And, I mean, again, even going into it going this is a card where I'm expecting to be whelmed. They delivered. The matches were still good, even if the card, on the face of it was meh, I've yet to see a bad AEW pay-per-view. The matches might not always make sense from a booking standpoint or a storytelling standpoint, but man, in the ring, they really do. They really do deliver. They have been able to consistently deliver pay-per-views where you walk away going man, every match was just freaking awesome. So, yeah, they have some work to do in some departments, but, as far as putting on in-ring caliber pay-per-views, man, they just seem to be able to consistently nail it. If we're done talking about AEW, I do feel at least real quick, I want to talk about the return of Roman Reigns. We touched on it a little bit at the beginning, not too much, but again, Triple H was able to do what Vince McMahon couldn't do in years and turn Roman Reigns into one of the biggest faces ever. I assume that the teasing, that's the right word, is going to drag out until War Games, with Roman and Solo. I imagine you're going to see probably the first. Somebody snoring?
Poot?
Nope.
Somebody just breathing troubling?
My sinuses have been a little stuffed up, so I'm sorry if that's coming across. That's my bad.
No, you're fine. It sounded like you were snoring, and that was...
Yeah, it sounds like you were either snoring or okay.
No, I'm with you guys. Like I said, my sinuses have been a little stuffed up. Sorry if that came across.
No, you're good. You're good.
It did, but we were just concerned. It either sounded like you were snoring or running your fingernails across the microphone or something, because it was
No, that's just no. I'm here. I'm with you guys.
Okay.
So I don't know that it really makes sense for Roman to have a match with Solo before War Games. Maybe they will, but I imagine that's probably where you see OG Bloodline versus New Age Bloodline.
It only makes sense.
Do you still think Sami Zayn comes to be the fourth member of OG Bloodline team?
That'd be fucking dope. That would be a really good callback.
Probably.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they could do some other bullshit. They could have Kevin Owens because he's had problems, or wouldn't surprise me to be Cody Rhodes. Yes, put the, Cody Rhodes beat Roman, and there's no hard feelings, and Cody's a good guy, so he's going to help out the bloodline. But as many options as they have, I still think probably the biggest pop and the most feels would come from Sami Zayn coming back and helping out OG Bloodline against Solo and his crew. I think that would. I'd pop pretty big for that. Honestly, I would.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's either that, or if for some reason if they bring in the Rock will be on Roman's team, but then Rock will turn on him at the end. So one way or the other, like I don't know. Either way.
I find it a little hard to believe though that Rock would come back before the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I know we've talked about that before too. I just think it's got to there's somewhat like before, I don't know, but before Rock has his match with Roman at Mania, because I feel like that's where we're heading. We got to get the Rock Cody match out of the way, and we all know that like even though Rock was a heel here in this last run, like there's still a number of people that pop for him, and I think that you really want to try to get him over. Like you want him to dig into being a heel before you set him on that path with him and Cody with Cody's championship versus his fucking gimme championship, and before you get Rock versus Roman at Mania, because I feel like in between Survivor Series and Mania, like Roman's gonna run the gauntlet, and kind of break down the bloodline, the new bloodline one by one, or something to that degree.
When does Paul come back? Does Paul come back at War Games to be with Roman?
I don't know.
I would say probably before.
Okay.
I think so. The
Maybe
road
like
to WrestleMania.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We
haven't heard from you a lot tonight, so go ahead.
He did it again. Oh.
The road to WrestleMania is like the Christmas creep, man. Like where, Christmas shit starts in like September.
Bullshit.
WrestleMania season keeps getting earlier and earlier. At least like the build for it, and I think that I officially accept Survivor Series as like the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. And I know that it was like, oh, it's the Royal Rumble, but I mean, like you start laying ideas down foundationally at Survivor Series, and I think that that's where The Rock has his presence felt. I don't think we find out that The Rock is behind the new bloodline until that point. I don't know if he's like going to be. So I think that he's not going to be part of any team, but I think that he's going to be like after they lose. It'll be, oh, by the way, The Rock is the fucking like Godfather or whatever the fuck it is.
After who loses? Roman?
No, after the new bloodline loses. So I think the OG bloodline absolutely wins. I think the OG bloodline absolutely has to win.
Does that make sense though? To have new bloodline lose and then The Rock comes out and goes, "I was behind this team that you just beat all along. Look at how they lost to you."
Yes, yeah,
what I'm cooking.
I'm with you on that one, Ransom. I feel like if we get a reveal of The Rock being behind the new bloodline, that it only makes sense that the OG bloodline gets screwed over.
Like The Rock screws Roman Reigns. Like everybody thinks The Rock is there to help Roman win.
Yeah,
but The Rock costs the OG bloodline. The Rock costs OG bloodline the match, and then reveals, "I'm the Godfather." Like.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. You're right. You ain't wrong. Poot, you had a point.
Nope. That's not a snarky nope. You guys kind of got it.
Did it.
You good?
Oh, sorry.
You good,
But no,
baby.
I, to Ransom's point, I think that Roman is hugely, bigly over right now. Which I think was really kind of the point of all this, right? We heard it, like 2 years ago, whatever, that like at the end of this angle, they wanted Roman Reigns to be like this big fucking like superhero. And we all fucking guffawed and scoffed and we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But like,
Here
it's
it is.
Lo and
pretty
behold.
believable. And like the best part is, I don't think you need to tinker with what he's doing, with
No.
how he's acting. Like you can keep that like cocky, brash attitude. Because I think that there was enough of like the fan base that bought into the whole acknowledge me thing.
Sure.
I think you just have him be like less abrasive to like the WWE universe. Actually, I don't think I have not heard that been called that recently.
That's awesome.
Maybe that stupid moniker is dumb. Yeah, but like fucking it works. So it has worked. As long as they don't fuck it up too badly, I don't see an issue.
Yes. Set us out on a high note, Poot. Or do we have a stump the chisels?
No, it's far too late for that.
Fuck them.
It's far too late for that. Picks!
Set us out on a high note, Poot.
Picks! Wrestling! Things are good! Down in the description, all the things. Everyone's... We did it! Numbers!
Okay. Shut it off.